We all have been there spending hours of pixel pushing a design only to spend days turning into actual code. So today I am going to show you how to automate that entire process by connecting Google Stitch directly to the Antigravity IDE. Our goal is briefly showing the finished app on your screen. We are going from prompt to a fully responsive functional web component in a minute. So to connect the Stitch with the Antigravity, here we have to come in the browser and we have to search for the Stitch. Okay, so let's search Google Stitch, and here it is. So here we are in the Stitch. So what we can do is we can give a design prompt over here in the prompt section, or just um, you know bring any image from there, and then we can select that what we want to make, an app design or web design. So for now I am going to select the web design, and I will give it a prompt to create a web page, a website design, and then we will connect it to the anti-gravity, and then we make the design live. Okay, now let's do it. So this is where the magic happens. Okay, we are using the model context processor MCP to connect the Stitch with the anti-gravity, and it allows anti-gravity to see our Stitch project natively. So we have to configure our MCP server from here, but before we do that, let's grab our API key from the Stitch and then bring it over here in the MCP server, and then we just edit the file config.json. Okay, we are here in the Stitch, and we have to go to the settings, and in the Stitch setting we can get our API key. We have to create our API key over here. So let's create the API key and then connect it. So here is our API key, and we just copy it and then bring it to the anti-gravity. Okay, so here in the anti-gravity, first we have to connect our Stitch project with the MCP server. So let's come here and click the three dots from on the top, and then here it appears the MCP server. Let's click that, and then we have to install the Stitch first. So here you can see the Stitch. You can search it on the search bar, and we have to install it. Okay, so before we install it, we have to enter our API key that we have copied earlier. So let me enter it. So we have successfully connected the MCP server of Stitch, and you can see that here all of the options are ticked, and if it's not still getting connected or you are having some sort of problem, then you can click here view raw config. But for my case, so it's already connected. Now let's test will the MCP server is successfully connected and my AI is seeing it or not. Okay, so here I'm in the anti-gravity. Now let's ask my Gemini. Okay, let's switch it to the fast mode because it's a general query only. Let's ask it if it's seeing the project in my Stitch or not. Okay, can you see the project in my Stitch? What display strt Stitch? I have asked it, and let's see if it's able to you know uh, list out all of the project in Stitch or not. Here it looks like it's detecting. Now it said that yeah, I can see the project in Stitch. So yeah, now it successfully detected all of the projects in my Stitch. So MCP is successfully connected. Now let's give one prompt in Stitch, and then let's experiment that if anti-gravity will be successfully clone that design or not. Okay, so for that let's go to the Stitch. So for the reference, I have uploaded a screenshot of Reddit here, and also here is a detailed prompt for Stitch. Okay, and this tells Stitch to create the exact structure of Reddit and generate a modern clean UI for that. So let's hit enter and let the Stitch to generate the design. Here you can see that the Stitch is creating the design and it's taking the image as a reference, and in the generation screen it's generating the clean design that I have demanded. You can see that Stitch has now generated a full UI layout. You can see we have sidebar navigation, post feed, voting system, comment thread, and trending sidebar section. And if the design isn't perfect, Stitch can again regenerate the design and create the variations instantly. But now it comes to the interesting part, that is to clone the whole Reddit website in the anti-gravity. Now let's do it. Since I have already connected Stitch into anti-gravity using model context processor, that is MCP, anti-gravity can directly access my Stitch project now here. So instead of manually exporting design file, the AI agent can directly pull the design automatically. In the agent section, let's do one thing. Now let's say the Gemini to get the design from the Stitch and then recreate it in an exact manner. Okay. Anti-gravity is creating multiple files automatically here in the left section of the file section. And here on the right in the agent section, you can see that a lot of commands have been running throughout the process, and it's also getting the access of my browser to show me the end result. Let's wait for the design to be completed. Okay, there you go. We cloned a Reddit style interface from a screenshot using Stitch and anti-gravity. Here no manual CSS, no manual layout work, just AI connecting to design a code. This workflow is insanely powerful for developers. You can turn screenshot prompts or design ideas into real working projects in a minute. If you want, I can also show how to build a full social media app by using this workflow. So if you want me to create a whole working social media in our another project, another video, then just comment social media in the comment section, and then I will create a whole working entire social media of Reddit in upcoming video. Thanks. That's all it's for today.